Dear members of the European Parliament, please vote to remove forest wood from the market incentives created by the Renewable Energy Directive. Since this directive was adopted a decade ago, more or less, the biomass industry has been enjoying billions of euros in public subsidies and market incentives at the price of substantial additional forest logging, millions of tons of extra CO2 emissions. And yeah, they would very much like to keep it that way, of course. You've probably seen it in Brussels. They're doing everything they can to defend their interests. They're buying sponsored articles in specialized media like Politico or Euractiv. They're organizing policy events with friendly experts and no contradiction from civil society. They've been sending lobby letters to the whole parliament claiming that removing incentives to burn primary woody biomass would threaten Europe's energy security. This is absolutely false. This is a lie, in fact. The Renewable Energy Directive creates market incentives for energy operators and certainly doesn't regulate uses. No one will be forbidden from burning any wood as a consequence of these incentives being ended. In fact, as we speak, energy operators in many cases no longer need public money to make profit burning wood for energy, and that in itself is very concerning for the future of forests. Many EU citizens will turn to wood burning next winter to heat their homes, and that will happen regardless of what this directive has to say. So why all the lobbying then? Oh, for a very important reason. The directive created market incentives for wood burning for the first time in Europe, and ending these incentives would send a very powerful political signal that in a climate crisis, paying energy companies to burn wood from forest, which is, our biggest and best ally in the climate crisis, is a folly, is madness, and it must be ended now, as soon as possible. It's not by chance that the most visible political lobby groups representing the biomass industry in Brussels these days have been the World Biomass Association or the United States Trade Association of Pellet Producers, in addition to the local lobby group Bioenergy Europe. What they're doing here is, this policy decision threatens the industry globally, because, again, allowing its development the way it happened was an EU mistake in the first place, and this mistake could be corrected now, if you vote for it. What is really at stake in this vote is the guaranteed profits of this industry. The guarantee should not have been created in the first place, it's not justified, and it must be ended. Now, dear members of the European Parliament, please vote to remove market incentives to burn forest biomass from the Renewable Energy Directive. Thank you very much.